Welcome to Deep Thought. Your thoughts create your life. You know what? The main thing with deep thought is just to get you to think. That's why I throw out a lot of stuff. And that's why, even if you disagree with me, as long as you show that you're thinking, I can go with it. Now, thoughts that don't look like somebody actually thought about what they're saying, I'm like, But thoughts are important because that's what moves us. Because even when people are followers, even when people are sheep, their thoughts put them in that position because they think they have to follow along. But that's what put them in that position. But then take the person who think that they are better. That's when you start flying above the herd. That's when you go to another level. But it's all still come down to your thoughts. Your life, the way you live it, it comes down to your thoughts. I just thought about a friend, a very good friend, whose life changed. Everything changed for this friend once they stopped thinking a certain way. Things were just failing for this friend at first. Things were just failing on multiple levels, but then they changed how they thought. All of a sudden, gold. It was like they were being offered job positions, well-paying job positions. Things were just working out for them. That's everything. Like when you go through life, it's a thought. You had to think. Think about it. You watching this video, so I had to think, okay, let me create this channel. Let me put on soundscapes in the background. I have to make this video. I had to get it together. It was thoughts that even put me in this position. I don't have to work for anybody, but I had to think about how am I going to get in a position of sovereignty where I don't have to work for anybody. Oh, I can do this. Thoughts. And then it's thoughts that keep you going. It's thoughts to dress a certain way, Even recently, now people know I've had a stroke. I had a stroke a few months ago. I had to think. I had to use my thoughts to get better. Because it wasn't just like, I just sit there and take some pills. I told you, I had to take therapy. Speech therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy. And I had to just keep doing stuff every day. I had to think about it. So I said, no, okay, I had this setback. I need to come back from it. A thought. If you want to succeed in life, you got to think you will. One of the things I've seen, the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is really how they think. If you have somebody who think or they have the false belief, notice how I bring that in from yesterday. They have the false belief that they're nothing. They're not important. They don't have any talent. That's what's going to happen. That is what's going to happen. They're not going to go anyplace. They're not thinking. Because if you're thinking that you're not going to succeed, you're not going to get up. You're not going to do what it takes to succeed. You're going to sit on your butt. Or let me use the relationship example. More people watch my relationship channel. You get a bunch of guys out here, they don't think a woman will find them attractive. And so usually because they don't think that, they don't interact with women. They think, she think I'm ugly anyway. She probably don't. But they think, oh, well, I look like this, or I'm this height, or something. I'm not going to get a woman. They usually don't. But then you get someone of the same height, the same looks. Their thoughts are, oh, I can get women like crazy. Guess what happens? Boom. They just change their thinking. Ultimately, all of my books, like my book, Nice Guys and Players, I never forget, there was somebody who got the book and he said, the main thing in your book is to get you to think. I said, you got it. Because everything is right there. It's like a famous book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, a powerful book. A lot of people have talked about it. One of the things is he said, I'm going to give the secret right here. And the secret is very simple, thinking. You got to first think that you're going to be rich. And then you're going to take the actions. And it's not just some random thought. It's not a random thought that, oh, yeah, I'd like to be rich. No, it's like, nah, I want to be rich. You put your thoughts into it. It goes deep in you. All of a sudden, you do the things. Like my thing was, hey, I want to have control over my life. So that's where all my thoughts were always going towards. What can I do to control my life? Now I noticed when I was doing some independent stuff and thinking that way, it went along fast. But I'm human. There were times I wasn't thinking that way. There were times when I was doubting myself. And I noticed during those times, I wasn't doing what I needed to do. Things weren't going as fast. But what was the difference? It was how I was thinking. Every single one of y'all can think. Whatever you want in life, you got to think about it first. And then you got to think about it. If you don't like what's happening in your life, if you don't like the way things are going, you need to stop and think. Stop and think. Because you have the power there. Because you have the choice. You have the choice there. However you choose to worship deity, you're still given a choice. You're not forced to. I want y'all to think about that. Let's go there for a second. You're given a choice how you want to follow deity. Now, yes, you have some forces out there that try to force you to think a certain way, or buy certain things. But even then, you have a choice. You have a choice. Do you want to be a sheep? Some people think that. But you have a choice if you don't want to be a sheep. You don't want to follow along. You're going to live your own life. You're going to live according to your thoughts. And that's where the power is. That's where the power is. Because once you think, see, your thoughts, they're the driver of your vehicle. They're the driver. You're not an automation. You're not just walking along. You're not a zombie. At least I hope that you're not. But if you really think and say, no, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to accomplish. You'll find the power within you. I'll use my stroke for an example. I'm still in the healing phase. It'd be easy just to sit back and not do anything, lay in bed. I could have got maybe some people, some nurses or something to come to the place, help out and all of that. I had to pay for it. But then I said, no, I'm going to do for self. I'm going to do for self. I'm going to get back to where I was. And actually making faster progress than people would think. Because some people don't, because they don't think. They don't think. See, I understand the power of thought. See, my thought is, okay, one point I had trouble walking after the stroke. My thought is I'm going to be sprinting in a year from when I had the stroke. I'm going to take a sprint. But where did that start from? Thought. Because when you think about something, subconsciously, you want to bring that thought to fruition. So you got to look at your life. You got to really think about your life. How do you want to live? Think about it. Think on it. And it'll live according to your thoughts. But you have to think first, and then you have to believe you can bring those thoughts in. And it has to hit you deep. It can't be just I love to be a millionaire like that. It's like, no, I want to be a millionaire. Let me think about what I need to do. That's how powerful it is. But you have to think it. A lot of people, they ain't going to make it because they honestly don't think. If you talk to people, they don't think they're going to get to a certain level. It is what it is. It's unfortunate, but, it is what it is. And that's the one thing about deep thought. I just want you to think. I want you to think. I just want you to think. And I want you to understand, wherever you at in life, your thoughts brought you there. So if you're having trouble, your thoughts can bring you out. Your thoughts can take you to a higher level. All right? Think on this. And you have a good weekend, all right? Peace and blessings.